Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing great. Today we are going to start our new chapter. So, I really feel that you all are doing very well and you have covered all three chapters completely. Okay, so let's start our new chapter, that is chapter number 4, Exploring Windows and More. In this chapter, we are going to read about how to work around Windows 7. Windows 7 has been one of the most popular operating system. In fact, it has left XP behind. XP was also one of the most popular operating system by Windows. Okay, so let's start our chapter. First of all, what is an operating system? So we have read software story and we know what is operating system. Let's go through those points again. Operating system provides an interface between the user and the computer, right? It works as an interface. It helps you interact with the machine. It is what makes a computer usable. If you do not have operating system in your computer is not usable for you. An operating system handles the files and folders, the computer components, the external devices connected to the computer like printers, CD drives, and any other application you run on the computer. So what all things it does? It handles your files and folders. So basically your data which is on your computer. It handles the computer components, means your hardware, so CPU, memory, all those things. And then it handles your external devices like printer, CD drives, mouse, headphones, whatever, right? And then it also controls or handles the programs that you are running on your computer. Okay, so basically it does everything for you. Windows. Windows is an operating system. Windows operating system has been developed and maintained by Microsoft, the company which was founded by Bill Gates. Okay. The first version of Windows came in 1985. Since then, it has grown significantly and now dominates the market. So it started from 1985 and now it has major market share. Windows is an operating system which has GUI, graphical user interface. Now what is graphical user interface? A GUI consists of icons, files and menus on which a user can simply click to make them work. Okay, before Windows, how was the operating system? It was all black. There was just a black screen on which you were supposed to type instructions and it was supposed to work on that. Okay, but after Windows came, it has a graphical user interface where you can see things. You don't have to remember all those complicated commands. A GUI makes using Windows super easy even for beginners. History of Windows. Like everything in the world, Windows itself has an evolution history. Windows also passed through many generations to reach to us today as we are using it. With each generation, it became more efficient and user friendly. Look at this. This tells you how many versions of Windows have actually come. So it started in 1985 with version 1.0 and last version was Windows 10 which came in July 2015. Out of these, the popular versions were Windows XP and Windows 98, 95, and the Windows 7. We are currently using Windows 7 and Windows 10. Look at the icons also. The icons also, change dramatically over the period of time. So versions of Windows OS actually made learning computer very easy and fun. Okay, so let's read about some of the popular versions, or we can say some of the latest versions. One is Windows 7. It is easy to manage files, search information, and customize your desktop. New features were advancement in touch, speech, and handwriting recognition, support for additional file formats, improved performance on multi-core processors, and improved boot performance. So these were the new features like it was being used in touch devices where you can touch and give commands, speech recognition, handwriting recognition. It had better one. Support for additional file formats, जो regular file formats थे उनके अलावा भी it has started supporting many other file formats. And it was a multi-core processor. So multi-core processor में जो performance था that has improved. And इनका जो boot performance है means जो boot time required है that also improved. It comes in 6 different editions. So Windows 7 has 6 editions. They are Windows 7 Starter, Windows 7 Home Basic, Windows 7 Home Premium, Windows 7 Professional, Windows 7 Enterprise, and Windows 7 Ultimate. It came in 2009, but it is still most popular version of Windows. Windows 8. It primarily focused towards improving user experience on mobile devices such as tablets to better compete with other mobile operating systems like Android and Apple's iOS. Windows 8 had dynamic tiles instead of icons and home screen instead of desktop. It was very underwhelming. There was very poor response to Windows 8. This is how the home screen of the Windows 8 system looked. Windows 10. This is the latest release of Microsoft's Windows operating system. It brought back Windows 7 style start button and start menu along with the smart tiles. It automatically senses the device type and act accordingly. So this is how our Windows 10 looks. So you can see there is a start menu and there are those tiles also which we saw in Windows 8. So other than Windows, there are few more popular operating systems. Those are Linux and Mac. Mac is for Apple, which uses iOS, and Linux is Unix and Linux. Those are different operating systems. Okay. The start menu. So what is most important of an operating system? Obviously the start menu from where you are going to start and access your machine. The start menu contains icons for programs and folders as well as access work with control functions. So the start menu have all the options. So it gives you access to your programs, your folders, as well as it has functions to control your computer. The most commonly used menu is all programs, which opens further menus within the start menu of all programs. Okay, तो जो most common menu हम use करते हैं that is all programs because all our programs are inside all programs, right? To open the program of your choice, just go to all programs and click on the program you want to open from the list. Okay. The start menu is divided in two sections. On the left side, we have menu for all programs as well as a list of programs which were recently opened. Let's discuss the right side of the menu in the next slide. This is the right side of the menu. Okay, this is basically the start menu, but we will not talk about the left side. We will talk about the right side. On the right side, you can see Himanshu, documents, pictures, music, games, computer, control panel, devices, and printers, default programs, help and support, and shutdown. Right? So personal folder. First one is personal folder. Opens personal folder with name of the current user. It contains user specific files, documents, music, pictures and videos. Documents. It opens documents folder where we can store our text files, spreadsheets, presentation or any other documents. Pictures. It opens pictures folder. There we can store and view digital pictures and graphical files. Music. It opens the music folder where we can store and play music or audio files. Games. It opens games folder from where we can access all games of the computer. Computer. It opens my computer where we can access disk drive, camera, printer, scanner, etc. Control panel. It opens control panel to customize the appearance and functionality of this machine or of the computer. It can add or remove programs. It can set up and manage connections as accounts. Okay, according to the account. Devices and printers. It shows you devices connected to the computer like printer, scanner, etc. Default programs. It opens a window for you to choose default program for the thing you want to do. Like suppose I have 3 4 music playing applications and I want that whenever I have a music file, whenever I'm trying to open it, it should open only in Windows Media Player. So you can select the default program for music as Windows Media Player. Help and support. Or it opens Windows Help and Support to browse and search help topics about using Windows and our computer. Fine. So right side menu is clear. Managing the Windows desktop. Now we have gone through start menu. Let's see the desktop. Windows 7 comes loaded with helpful features to assist you while working on multiple windows. So whenever we are working, it is not necessary that we are working on the same one thing, right? We could be working on multiple things at the same time because that is what computers are for, right? You are writing your homework, you are listening to music, you are doing a Google search, everything is happening simultaneously on your computer, right? Arrow peak. Now here are the features which Windows 7 comes with. Arrow peak. It allows you to see what is placed on the desktop behind all the windows. For this, we need to move the mouse over to show desktop button. Then all windows go transparent and we can see our desktop. Or we can just go on show desktop button and click on it. Then also our desktop will be visible and all other windows will disappear. Arrow shake. This feature allows us to minimize all windows except the one we are shaking. I will show you these how it happens. Arrow snap. This feature allows us to maximize or restore our windows without using maximize or restore button. So you all are aware there is a button which is restore and maximize button. So without using that also we can do this, do maximization of window by using arrow snap. Taskbar previews. This feature shows you the thumbnail images of the open windows attached to their taskbar icons. So what is taskbar? It shows all the applications which are open on your machine. So there are small icons where you know that these particular applications are open. So let's do it practically. So let's see the managing Windows desktop features which are available with Windows 7. First one is Arrow Peek. Arrow Peek allows you to view your desktop for a second or actually minimize or disappear all the windows and view your desktop. So for that you have to take your mouse to the show desktop button, which is on the right hand corner of your taskbar. So here is my mouse and I am taking it to the right hand corner of my taskbar. There you go. As soon as you went there, you can see your desktop and all the windows got kind of transparent because you can still see the line of a window, right? Now, if you move away, all your windows will come back, right? Now, if you go and click on that button, then what will happen? Then your desktop will come and you can work on this desktop. And if you click on that button again, all your windows will come back. See, all my windows are up again. Now the second one is arrow shake. What arrow shake does is if you shake one particular window, it will make all other windows disappear or minimize. So suppose I am shaking this one. So I am holding it and shaking it. See, all other windows went back. If I shake again, then all my windows have come back. Clear? This is arrow shake. This is arrow shake. Now the third one is arrow snap. What arrow snap does is allows you to maximize or restore your window. Maximize or restore your window without using the restore or minimize button. So how you can do is you can just hold inside the title bar and bring it towards the top. Okay, to the top of the window, and your window get maximized. And to restore, just double click on the title bar. Got restored. Clear? Now the last feature which we have here in your book is taskbar previews. So what is taskbar previews? You know what is taskbar? This bottom bar is called taskbar. So there are so many things which are open. So if you go there, it will show you a small preview, thumbnail size preview here, like this. Okay. So these are called taskbar preview. And if you go to any of these, like I want to go to this one. So if I go on this, it will show a maximum size preview of this. Okay. This maximum size will depend on the size of window which is open on your system. So I can see here, and if I move away my mouse, my original window will come back. Clear? So let's see the ending a Windows session. So how can we end a Windows session? Once we are done with our work, we must close or shut our Windows system to save power and time. There are multiple options available for this. Shut down. It closes all the app and switches off the computer. Restart. It closes all the programs, then switches off the computer and then boots it again. Lock. It just locks the screen and keeps all the session as it is. Sleep. All active operations and programs get saved to memory and the computer is put on low power state. Okay. Hibernate. It puts all open documents and programs on the hard disk and turns off the system. Okay. So what happens in Hibernate? It will keep all your programs kind of active, like it will store them in memory so that whenever you come back and open your computer, those will be displayed. But it actually kind of shut down your machine also. Taking care of our computer. Like every other machine, computers also need to be taken care of to work in a perfect condition. Here are a few things that we should do to take care of our computer. Disk cleanup, disk defragmentation, and using antiviruses. Disk cleanup. The disk cleanup tool helps to free up space by searching the disk for files that can be safely deleted. Here is how the disk cleanup works. try disk cleanup option. For that, you have to go to start search box. Okay, I have this search box here. Now here you need to write disk cleanup. Okay, and you have to open it. Okay, now it will ask you to select which drive you want to clean up. So you can select the drive from here. Once you have selected the drive, click on OK. See, it will calculate that how much space you will be able to free, and then it will open this disk cleanup for Windows window. Here you can select the files that you want to delete. Suppose I want to delete the temporary files, I want to clean up the recycle bin, so I can do that. Okay. Once you have done this, you can click on OK. So it will ask you for confirmation, and then you can say delete files. And this is how you clean up your disk. That's defragmentation. Defragmenting the hard disk. Defragmentation is the process of rewriting parts of a file that adjacent places on a hard disk. If the files are at one place, the computer can access them. Now, first of all, what is all this? Defragmentation. So, first of all, you need to understand what is fragmentation. Fragmentation is scattering of parts of same file over different areas of the disk. When your computer saves your data, it saves in bytes. Okay, it does not save all the 20 MB data at one place. It saves the data in bytes. It divides them in bytes and save on the hard disk. Okay, now if the data is not at one place, it will take a lot of time to retrieve, right? Suppose if you say, if you have come from school and you have left your shirt in the hall, your socks in one room and your skirt or trouser in another room, then next day when you will search, what will happen? From each room you will go and collect a piece of your school dress, right? Similarly, the computer has to go to each portion of the disk and collect the piece of your file. So that is called fragmentation. Now what defragmentation will do? Defragmentation will actually analyze the files and see where all the portion are stored, and then what it will do, it will pick those and put them in one place. Okay, so that it can be at adjacent place, पास पास रख लेगा वो, जब आपकी सारी चीजें, if you have it at nearby, then you can pick it up easily. If you have kept all your things in one room, you can just go in that room and pick all the things and come back. That will take very less time, correct? So similarly, this fragmentation work. And how you can defragment? So you can go to start menu, and on the search box you have to write defragmenter. Once you write defragmenter, it will open a defragmenter dialog box, this one. From here you will select the drive, okay, which you want to defragment, and then click on defragment disk. That's it, simple. It takes a lot of time, that's why I have not shown it to you in practical, but this is how defragmentation works. Virus. Computer viruses are harmful computer programs developed with harmful intentions. These were developed to steal and destroy data stored on computers. These are very dangerous. They can replicate themselves and have a tendency to attach themselves to other files of the computer. मतलब ये replicate कर सकते means they can create copies of themselves. Okay, and they get attached to various files of your computer. So whenever you're transferring that files, the virus goes along with it to some other computer. Computers can get viruses from many sources. कहाँ से आता है virus? It can be from many sources, like while installing some programs, from spam emails, during general internet browsing, or even through your friend's computer if that one is infected and you copied some files from there, right? Types of viruses. Spyware. Spyware is a software that is installed secretly on your PC. You don't even know when it got installed. It gathers information about the user when he navigates the internet. जब यूजर इंटरनेट यूज करता है तो ये इसकी इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करता है. These are normally used for advertising, but these can be dangerous too. They can steal passwords and bank details and do shopping on your account, making it go empty. So they are so dangerous that they can, find your passwords and they can actually hack your account, do transaction, and leave you empty pocketed. Worm. These are malicious software applications designed to spread via computer networks and slow down the computer. Malicious means harmful again. Okay, fishy. So these softwares are designed to spread via computer networks. You connect your computer to a network. So if there is another computer connected to same network, these worms can flow from one computer to another computer via the network. What it does, it slows down your computer. How? These are self-replicating and reside in active memory space. ये क्या कर सकते हैं, अपने आप की कॉपीज बना सकते हैं, सेल्फ रेप्लिकेटिंग होते हैं. और कहाँ रहते हैं ये, एक्टिव मेमोरी में, है ना. So if it is in your active memory and if it is creating a lot of copies of itself, that means it is occupying a lot of memory. And when it occupies a lot of active memory, your computer becomes slow. Normally, these come along with spam emails containing executable scripts. ये जनरली कहाँ से आते हैं, स्पैम ईमेल्स में. आपको कोई बहुत ही lucrative से ईमेल आई है और आपने उसमें कोई लिंक था उसको क्लिक कर दिया. That link has some worm in it and it gets installed on your system. Antivirus. So obviously if we have virus, we have to do something about it. So that's why the antivirus was created. Antivirus is a software which identifies the virus infected files on our computer and cleans them up. Simply, है ना? It scans all the files of your computer and then if there is any file which is infected by any virus, it cleans them. So how will it identify if it is infected by virus? So the antivirus has virus signatures stored in it. सैम्पल सिग्नेचर्स की इस टाइप की अगर आपके पास फाइल दिख रही है तो दैट इज वायरस. इट कंपेयर्स ऑल योर फाइल्स विद दैट signature files and then it finds out, okay, this one is corrupted and this is not. An effective antivirus software should be able to remove all types of viruses from your computer. जो बहुत ही इफेक्टिव एंटीवायरस होते हैं ना, वो सब टाइप के वायरस आपके कंप्यूटर से निकाल पाने चाहिए. Few well-recognized antivirus are Norton, McAfee, Penicillin, Kaspersky, etc. Okay. To use the antivirus program, follow these steps. Open the Norton antivirus software using Start, All Programs, Norton Antivirus, Norton Antivirus. Your antivirus window will appear. Click on Scan Now option. From their menu, click on Run Custom Scan option. Okay. Once you click on Scan Now option, there will be a menu. And then from that menu, you can run Custom Scan option. Then you can click on Scan Drive option and select the drive which you want to scan. Then a Scan Drive dialog box will open for you to select the drive. Okay. Click on the Scan options. The selected drive will be scanned for possible viruses. So what you will do, first you have to open the Norton antivirus, then you have to click on Scan Now. Then once you click on scan now, there will be multiple options. From there you need to select run custom scan. Okay. Once you click on that, again you will get an option to scan your drives, C drive, D drive. So there you will have to select your drive. So select your drive, and then there will be a button to click which has written scan over it. So you have to click on that scan button, and then it will start scanning your drive. Clear? Now, if I want to do this for any particular file which I just downloaded from internet, so what you can do, you can just right click on that file and select scan with Norton antivirus. Simple. Clear? Searching for files. Now, obviously, if you have a lot of data stored, you have to search it sometimes, because mostly you will forget where you have kept your data. So how can you search for the files? Searching for files has become very easy with Windows 7. We can simply use search option of start menu, which we have seen, right, for this defragmented, this cleanup, and write name of our file or folder that we need to search. See, here is the process. Click on the search start button. In the search box, start typing the name of the file or folder. Okay, let me need to search. Once we type, we will get a list of options. From this list of results, we need to select the option which we want. Okay, and either we can right click and choose the required action. If we do not see the required file or folder, we can click on see more result option, which is there at the bottom of the screen. Okay, and then it will show you all the results which were matching your criteria. Clear? Let's revise. An operating system is the computer program that manages all other programs and functions on the computer. Windows is an OS which has GUI that makes using Windows very easy even for beginners. Windows 7 is a stable, smooth, and highly refined OS. It introduces new graphical features with new device management and security enhancements that makes it both easier and safer to use. Arrow peek allows you to see what is placed on your desktop behind all the windows. Arrow shake allows you to shake a window to minimize all other windows except the one that you are shaking. Using arrow snap feature, we can maximize or restore the windows without using the maximize or restore down button. Taskbar previews are thumbnail images of the open windows attached to the taskbar icon. Continue. Fragmentation is the scattering of parts of the same file over different areas of the disk. Defragmentation is the process of rewriting parts of a file at adjacent places on a hard disk to increase the speed to access the file. Computer viruses are harmful computer programs developed with harmful intentions. Okay, so here we have completed our chapter, and spyware is a software that is installed on PC secretly and without the knowledge or permission of the user. It gathers information about the user while he or she navigates the internet. Now I want you to go through your book, read your chapter once, okay, and then solve the worksheets given in your book. Okay, and let me know if you have any confusion or any problem. I am there to help. Okay, take care. Bye bye.